proud of y'all. I'm proud of the city of Compton.
This is going to be a moment they will never forget.
You know, y'all had a lot of hardship, not only in your house, but most importantly, within yourself.
The money behind the beef. It gets deep in here, ladies and gentlemen.
I walk on the beach every day, and I'm talking to God. I'm just talking. Like he the homie. I swear to God, I put that on my grandmama grave.
This says something. This is a moment, man, to have one of your brightest stars come back and say, today is about you.
DIY.
DIYers in a story that continues to develop week by week. There's always something new when it comes to Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. This one's a little bit less direct, but it still is nonetheless the first time we've seen a Kendrick Lamar sighting. He's really been the boogeyman this entire process. He's released all of these diss songs, which have obviously made a tremendous impact. We're going to talk a little bit about the domino effect of Not Like Us and all the other songs that are along with that. But we're going to shed some light on something that I just feel like you don't really see, especially after rappers are engaged in such a beef where a lot of crazy things are said back and forth. You don't usually see one of those rappers get invited to speak at a graduation. Recently, Kendrick Lamar decided to pop out and show niggas, specifically graduates of the Compton Community College. And for those of you that don't know the significance of it, Compton Community College, established in 1927, holds historic significance as a cornerstone of higher education in the city of Compton. For Black residents of Compton, the college has been especially impactful, providing essential opportunities for higher education and advancement in the face of systemic barriers. I can't imagine all the things that go through a graduate's mind, all the things that you're concerned about. The one of the things I remember from my graduation was you're going out into the real world. But this had to be a special treat to see not only one of, I'm assuming, a lot of their favorite rappers, but a native of your city as large as a Kendrick Lamar coming to their graduation to offer them some words of encouragement. He said some really, really dope things here that I want to highlight.
It's just to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of the city of Compton. I'm proud of Compton College. Most importantly, I'm proud of the graduates out here, you know? That's right. I know what it takes. You know, y'all had a lot of hardship, not only in your house, in your communities, but most importantly, within yourself. And that's the toughest thing to overcome. And we still growing day by day, brick by brick, making sure that we develop not only in the physical form, but in the spiritual as well, you know? So seeing y'all out here is not only a representation of the world, but it's a representation of me. And when I walk out in these cities and these countries, I could be proud and say, this is where I'm from. You know? I still believe in Compton. Compton always been the future for me. I think we breed some of the most incredible individuals, creators, intellectuals, talent. We had it since day one. That's why I always screamed this city. I've traveled the world. There's no place like this one right here.
Hello.
No place. No place. And I still believe in everything that we're doing. Brick by brick, I still believe. It's time that we change the narratives. You know, some people tell us, this generation, they don't have what it takes. Gen Z, we talk about it all day. They try to pull us down and say we don't know what we're doing. They wrong, though. You know why? Because not only y'all have what it takes, but y'all have something even bigger. Y'all have the heart. Y'all have the courage to be independent thinkers. Independent thinkers. There's nothing more valuable than that. Y'all can go out here and tell and express your thoughts and say it with conviction and passion and stand on it and be unapologetic about it. And somebody pull you to the side, you know what? You was wrong about that. And you could be like, I appreciate it, you know? Or they could say, I appreciate you for giving me the wisdom and the courage to be just as much as in depth and strong with conviction about the message that you have. And it spreads not only between the person you're talking to, but subconsciously through kids that's younger than yourselves. And that's something I can always appreciate. This degree that y'all have right here is just as big as any degree. I don't care what school, I don't care what institution. Compton College, this Compton degree is just as big.
Man, shout out to that.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
It's a new day. It's a new age. And, you know, I know a lot of this channel has been making light of all of the crazy places that Kendrick Lamar's song, Not Like Us, has landed. But one thing that I hope is not ever being lost upon all of this is the importance of cultural currency, the importance of leaning in to how you were brought up. Having a lineage to look back upon still matters in this day. I can tell you, as somebody who has ran years and years ago when my pops was out here running, he would take me out there as a kid at Compton Community College. He would take me out there and he would go running around the track, and I'd go running sometimes with him. My legs couldn't do all that. Or I'd go running up the benches up and down. This says something. This is a moment, man. This is a moment to have one of your brightest stars, especially in a time period where he could be taking as many victory laps as he want to, come back and say, today is about you.
Now it's all about taking these resources and taking what you learned and applying them. It's simple as that, and applying them. You go have hardships, you go have tribulations just as you had coming up here. But guess what? You got somebody special behind your corner and all around you, and that's God. Period.
I see someone has just circled the conversation. I got to be honest. What is a rapper doing speaking to a group of graduates? Kendrick didn't even graduate college, from my knowledge. Why not give somebody qualified to do that? My question to you, Carlos, is qualified to do what? Qualified to inspire? Do you got to go to college to inspire people? If his presence, especially when you start to see some of the kids that he was taking pictures with who are lit up at the idea of seeing him. Now, you can make your assumptions about whether that's fandom, whether that's all just, oh, he's a celebrity, or you could also draw the connection that someone sees when they see someone like them that came from the same areas they came from, taking over not only the music world, but having such a cultural moment that it's touching upon every single faction. When you see the people that you say are qualified, college professors breaking down his lyricism, when you see the CNNs and the MSNBCs from people who are these professional journalists who are holding his art in such a high light that they want to break it down, I don't think there's a qualification necessary to inspire. I would say, though, coming from Compton, California, and engaging in such a high stakes battle and being able to articulate what it was that kept him centered and got him to the next level, I'd say he's pretty qualified to inspire some people in that room. Understand the biases, but I kind of have a feeling if it was Drakey Pooh, you wouldn't have the same feelings.
Every step of the way, when you fall and you have your shortcomings, he's right there. When you have your victories, he's right there. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time to grow and appreciate it, because he's growing with you. Every individual out here is experiencing a human life, a human experience, and God is experiencing it with you. So when you go through things, he's going with it. He's right there with you. He's talking to you. All you got to do is talk back. I walk on the beach every day, and I'm talking to God. I'm just talking. Like he the homie. I swear to God, I put that on my grandmama grave. I talk to him next to me. Like the homie. Just like the people that you grow up with, I don't care if you got to curse, you got to cuss, you talk to him as if you know him since you was born, the way he knows you. It's the truth. It's the truth. So I want y'all to go out here, celebrate yourselves, enjoy yourself, but keep that spirit within you, because it don't stop from here. It don't stop. I love y'all. And I hope we continue to spread this love out here. I appreciate y'all. My love.
Man, say what you want to say.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna
Say
tell
what you want to say. He understood the assignment, and he showed up for the people that hold him up in the highest light, the folks that understand where he came from, that understand that the stories that he's been sharing throughout his career and his music are stories that they still relate to today. And I'm sure he wasn't the only speaker at this graduation, but I think that's supremely dope, especially when you start to hear the excitement and the people that are there. When you see the graduates are looking at that, this is going to be a moment they will never forget. They will never forget because, first of all, it's their graduation, but they'll never forget it, especially when you start to think about the significance and the role it plays in one of the funniest battles. You can say it's one of the best battles, but I think it just keeps getting funnier because even in a very inspiring moment like this, right? He still, I feel like, gets an opportunity to hit him with a boom. Him being Drake. Remember this moment? Remember when Drakey was out here doing all that trolling? Complex Magazine informs you and reminds you that there was a time where Drake wore a Compton Community College shirt, and fans speculate he's trolling Kendrick Lamar. Why would that be a troll? Shortly after taking down his most recent Lamar diss track, Tailor-Made Freestyle, Drizzy might have thrown another jab at his former friend-turned-rival, this time wearing a shirt from Compton Community College. Why is that such a big deal? As the institution is from Lamar's hometown of Compton, the one he just spoke at. Some took it as a dig at Lamar, while rap media personality DJ Academic speculated that Lamar's longtime partner, Whitney Alford, attended the community college. However, it's reported to U.S. Weekly that after attending Centennial High School, Lamar Alford studied accounting at California State University, Long Beach. So whatever weird part of this battle that was, let's not forget that there was things like this going on. So to come back after all of this and go inspire the same people that he went and bought this shirt for to troll Kendrick Lamar, it's just very ironic. But hey, look, all you can say is, man, the kids got nothing but love for Kendrick Lamar. So do these kids here too. Shout out to DJ Renaissance, a DJ that is based in Washington, D.C. He captured this moment, which seemed like another graduation of sorts. I don't know if you saw this, but here go the kids going wild to Not Like Us.
Walk in the room like I've been here. Confidence on me like skincare. But I play it smooth cause I know what it took to make it here. They offered me a shortcut, but I'm cool. I will take the stairs. When you choose your own route, I hope you know that hate appears. Look how they look at the standout. Well, luckily I can take the stairs. Morning when I wake up, check my phone. Why, yes, I made another sale. Then I read a comment about what I cannot do. Haha, just say you scared. I will not give in to fear, yeah. I am the truth and the dare, yeah. Let me just make you aware, the game, we no longer playing it fair. I get respect in the game, cause I really did it and never wrote checks for it. They gon' remember my name, I doubled the value and I paid the rest for it. I remember that I drive around in my Ford Taurus on Firestone. I dreamed about this life, I'm living in the present tense, now I'm finally home. Yeah. Come on, let me pop my shit.
Well, I'll be damned. From what I was told, the kids don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. He's too rapidy. They ain't got no time for that. They want to, you know what I'm saying? They popping out the Sexy Red and Drakey Poo. They ain't got no time for all that rapping. It's really interesting because sometimes all it takes is one song for them to go down the rabbit hole and listen to songs that can end up being staples in their life. But because they had an introduction like a song like this, who's to tell how many Kendrick Lamar fans or even just hip hop fans of the next generation this creates? Because I think that Kendrick Lamar is a great representation of that. So what has Drake been up to in the midst of all this? Instagramming. You know how I go. I don't know if you caught this one. He put up this caption, and many folks had questions about whether or not this is yet another subliminal diss towards Kendrick, where he puts, "Goats don't worry about one-trick ponies." Rawr.
That was it?
You know, the funny thing about this is that people pointed out how he's kind of dressed like Kendrick in the Mr. Morale album cover, but
Yo, you copy me, boy.
that's not.
Somebody
That's
gonna
not
have to
here,
tell
right
the truth,
there.
and I'm gonna tell it.
Oh boy. Well, a lot of people speculated, of course, this was a shot towards Kendrick Lamar, but some people did a little bit of deeper digging. Shout out to Cobb, I believe his name is, who's a viewer of the Joe Budden podcast. He believes that this was actually a shot at Joe Budden. As soon as he said this, I started to remember a clip, and he actually brought the clip up here. See if this refreshes your memory.
The people that I lost, I text my kids. This Alchemist beat was so spooky. So spooky.
Spooky and sad at the same time.
Number fucking 2 with your one-trick pony ass. Because push-ups, you was being jingly. Y'all say it was rapping. I say he was still being catchy.
He was. For sure.
And then on this shit you just dropped, as hard as it was, you still being catchy. Your opponent is dancing around styles and controlled a mood change.
You gotta love the internet. The internet good. Internet good. Oh my gosh. Y'all have missed your calling as journalists. How did you catch that?
A mood change happened. It's not that this record was so powerful that nobody wanted to hear that shit.
And it's all
It was
culture.
that he instantly changed your mood. However lit you thought you was about to be with all that shit, it's dark. Alchemist is the best.
Goats don't worry about one-trick ponies. What is he doing? What is he doing right now? And not even just what he's doing. Why aren't the people that make money off of him stopping this shenanigans? Why haven't they like put the muzzle on him and so get your little light-skinned ass over here and be quiet? Go sat down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, after you had too many Kool-Aids and then your grandma say, sat your ass down somewhere. Running around my damn China like that. Sat your ass down somewhere. Why nobody sat his ass down nowhere? Could it be that the powers that be are benefiting off of all of the attention circulating around this battle, whether it's good or bad for either one? This gentleman here, who goes by Phil Valley, broke it down. The money behind the beef. It gets deep in here, ladies and gentlemen. Take this however you like.
How to follow the money behind the beef. Let's take a look. This is John Janik, the CEO of Interscope Records. Kendrick has a joint venture with Aftermath, TDE, and Interscope. But guess who John Janik's boss is? This is Sir Lucian Grange. He was knighted by the Queen of England herself. He's worth about $250 million, and he's the CEO of Universal Music Group, which happens to be Drake's label. Here's John Janik and Lucian Grange hanging out with Grammy darling Billie Eilish. It took a lot of digging, but I did find a photo of Kendrick and John Janik along with Steve Berman on the left over here, which is Lucian Grange's right-hand man. Lucian Grange and John Janik are industry giants who are definitely profiting off this beef between Kendrick and Drake, but who is the parent company that owns Universal Music Group? Who's Sir Lucian Grange's boss? Here we come to Vivendi. This is the parent company of Universal Music Group.
Yikes.
The CEO of Vivendi is on your left here, Arnaud de Puyfontaine. He reports to Yannick Bolloré, the chairman of the board, and his family, the Bolloré Group, own tons of media all over the world. The Bolloré family is worth about $10 billion, but the company that they own, Vivendi, was started in 1853 by Napoleon III, which is actually the original Napoleon's brother's son. Crazy. Universal Music Group is just one of the companies owned by Vivendi, which is just one of the companies owned by the Bolloré Group. Their market cap for Universal is around $57 billion and has gone up a few billion since this beef started.
The worth has gone up a few billions since this beef started, is what he said. Here's a list of Vivendi, the owner of UMG, institution investors with their approximate percentage of ownership. Vanguard having 4.1%. You're saying too much, Curtis. BlackRock having 3.8%. You're saying too much, Curtis.
Here's a list of some additional investors in Vivendi, including Vanguard and BlackRock, American investment firms who are involved in a lot of...
Money is money to these people. Boy, they don't care how you get it. Man. You know, I used to think that there was never going to be an opportunity for hip-hop the way that I knew it. Hip-hop the way that many of us grew up upon would have a opportunity in this mainstream light to be as visible as some of the crazy shit that they push. But yet, it feels like it is turning another direction. Now, as it turns the direction it's going, we know that that means that if it turns that direction, there's going to be an opportunity for it to turn the other direction. It's almost like they allow the consumers to beg and beg and beg for a change. They finally give it to them. And then when that money starts to die off, they have no loyalty to either side. Ignorant as, destructive as, disrespectful as to yourself ass music in the face of mainstream rap. Hey, if it makes money, it makes money. If it makes money for other investments, it makes money for them too. But hey, that old positive rappity shit y'all got, if that shit makes money, it makes money. They are loyal to one color, and that color is green. That's why it's really interesting to see how this all is playing out, because now it is getting to a point where, you know, I as a fan of hip hop, I as a fan of Kendrick, I'm excited to see what this Juneteenth show is going to look like. By the recording of this, is going to be next week. I'm excited to see what that's going to look like, because I am West Coast biased first and foremost. Every day since I've been born, West Coast bias, and I want to see that moment for the coast because it's needed. That's first and foremost. But second of all, you know, I'm very interested in seeing how this pivots Kendrick Lamar's career from here. What I heard at that speech, it sounded like it was very inspiring and it came from a really loving place, but it also sounded like somebody who had gone through it. And I don't mean going through it just in this battle, but just maybe in life in general. And I empathize with that because I can hear it as he's talking about, man, trust in God, have faith, you're doing the right thing. It's almost like a coded language of somebody who's like, I can only imagine, ladies and gentlemen, because I've never been in that position, the pressure or even the expectations put upon your shoulders when you go up against a juggernaut in a brand like a Drake. You know, if we never had any reference to any of these songs, how many of us would have thought that it would have turned out this way? Now, many of us who felt like Kendrick was lyrically superior in this knew what that was going to look like. But then again, we've all been kind of hypnotized to believe the kids don't care about lyricism. The kids only care about the vibe. And Drake is the vibe king. But it seems that a lot of that is programming. It seems that a lot of that is changing in terms of what we are to believe. Those are my thoughts, DIYers. I would love to hear yours.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God.
DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.